Did you know that you can make your own anime opening songs even if you know nothing about making music or editing? I built this one with my own characters and an original song, and it came out looking like a real Japanese studio made it.
Burning through the dark, Luna reads the map, Nami runs the spark, never slow the pace, painting outer space, every beat a brush stroke, this is our place, vivid code, neon gold, breaking the mold, Yumi will pocket this, fly beyond the page, our story blazing, worldwide, take us to the sky.
In this video, I'll walk you through the whole process, from writing the opening song to a fully animated video, so you never have to take an editing course. You might think writing the song is the hard part, but you don't actually have to write anything yourself. Normally, you'd have to handle the lyrics and the melody, but we skip all of that and let an AI tool create it. I'll use Claude for this, but any chat tool you prefer works just as well. I paste in one template prompt and fill it with the details of what I want the anime to be. I'll give it the title, what the story is about, the characters, the language, and the overall vibe. I'll set myself as the main character and add a couple of supporting characters I'll build later. For the language, I'll go with English and a few Japanese phrases mixed in. But if you want the whole thing in Japanese, Suno can do that too and convert it straight over. This one prompt does a lot because it lays everything out in the exact shape Suno wants, which gives you a better result. So I'm not writing a song, I'm describing one and letting the chat format it for me. For mine, I'll go with J-pop, electric guitar, driving synth, and female vocals, and I call it Vivid Code. I'll send that off, and it writes the whole thing out for me. Now I've got the title and the lyrics, already split into intro, verse, chorus, and outro, and tagged section by section the exact way Suno reads them. So before I've even opened Suno, I've got the full lyrics and a style line ready to use. But there's still no actual song yet, and whether it comes out sounding like a real opening or just generic pop comes down to what I do next. This part is mostly about adding the right style tags. I'll start on the main Suno page and click Create on the sidebar and open the advanced settings. That opens the full panel, with separate sections for the lyrics, the styles, and the audio. I'll paste in the lyrics Claude gave me. Then comes the part that matters most, the styles box, where I paste my tags into the Enter Style Tags field. This is what decides whether it sounds like a real anime opening or just generic background pop. Tags like anime opening theme, 145 beats per minute, driving synth, and electric guitar are what give it that fast opening energy. The female vocal tag sets the voice, and Suno also has a vocal gender control in its granular settings if you want it. Then I'll hit create and let it generate. And it sounds like a real anime opening, the kind you'd hear on a streaming platform. Sometimes the Japanese comes out a little strange, but overall it sounds great. There's one last thing I'll do before I move on from the song. I'll play the finished track through once and write down where each part starts and ends, because these timestamps matter a lot later. It doesn't need to be exact, just close enough. So I'll leave Suno with the finished opening theme and the timestamps marking where every section starts and ends. But a song playing over a black screen isn't an opening yet, and before I can animate a single thing, the whole look has to be locked in first. The way I lock it in is by building one mood board image first, so every later shot has the same visual reference. I'll head into Higgsfield, which is where I'll use both the image and the video tools. I'll open the image tab in the top bar, pick the Nano Banana Pro model, and set the aspect ratio to 16:9. Then, instead of generating a bunch of random images, I'll paste in a prompt for one mood board, a single 9-panel grid in a 3x3 layout. My anime style is 2D with dark tones, neon highlights, and cyberpunk streets. The reason I do this first is that I'll save this one image and feed it back in as the reference on every generation from here. That way the characters and the scenes all pull from the same look, so everything stays consistent. I'll hit generate and all 9 panels come back in one image, and it comes out pretty much exactly how I pictured it. My favorite panel is this character in shadow with a big flame behind him. I'll save it because this is the image every later step points back to. And now the entire style of the anime is one steady reference I can reuse. But without consistent characters, I can't build the shots yet, so that's what's next. To make sure their faces never change, I'll build a reference sheet for each character. I'm still in Nano Banana Pro for this, on the same aspect ratio. For each character, I'll generate one sheet with 3 panels: a front view, a back view, and a close-up of the face. The 3 angles matter because that's what the video model leans on later to keep the character looking the same once it starts moving. I'll start with myself as the main character, so I'll give it 2 references: the mood board for the style and a real photo of my own face. Then I'll tell it to match my face exactly and hit generate. And I didn't expect it to look this good. This is exactly how I'd imagine myself in an anime world. Next, I'll make Luna, one of my 2 supporting characters, and for her, I'll only need the mood board. I'll give it the look I want: silver gray hair, a black turtleneck, calm and sharp. I'll hit generate. I don't have much to point out on this one, though the shadows look a bit better than on my own character. Then comes Nami, who's the complete opposite energy, so I'll push the prompt the other way: messy auburn hair, a red hoodie, and a dangerous look. I'll hit generate. And there are no strange inconsistencies, so she's good to go. Each one comes out on a plain background too, which keeps anything distracting out of the way once these get animated. So now all 3 characters are ready, each with its own sheet I can use as a reference, but that's still not enough for a whole video. So now I need to figure out exactly where each of them shows up across the song. This is exactly what I made those Suno timestamps for. I'll head back into Claude with a second template prompt and paste in those timestamps, the lyrics, my character descriptions, and the vibe. What it gives back is a full breakdown of 6 scenes. Each one has its timestamp, the exact lyrics playing over it, how long it runs, who's in it, and what's happening on screen. It's structured the same way we did the song earlier. The most useful part is that every scene is tied to a section of the song, so the cuts land cleanly, and I never have to guess where one shot ends and the next begins. So the whole song is now mapped out, with every shot already tied to the music. But now I'll have to make them move, which is the real test of whether all this holds together. To make them move, every scene needs its own video prompt, built in a very specific way. I'll click the video tab in the top bar, switch to Cdance 2.0, and set the resolution to 1080p and the aspect ratio to 16:9. But I don't have to write these prompts by hand. I'll go back to Claude one more time with a 3rd template prompt and give it my timestamps and the full 6-scene breakdown. It writes me 1 prompt per scene, and each one is broken into its own internal shots with their own timestamps, so the camera actually changes inside a single clip. However, Cdance reads prompts more clearly in JSON, which is why I'll convert each one first to get more accurate results. So I'll run each one through a free tool I found called videoprompt.studio. It opens set to VO by default, so the first thing I'll do is switch it over to Cdance. The output's already set to JSON, which is exactly what I'll need, so I'll paste my prompt into the brief box. Then I'll hit the arrow to convert it, and it gives me back the version that's ready to drop into Cdance. Back in Cdance, for each scene I'll upload the right character sheets and the mood board as references, and paste that prompt in. Because every video pulls from the same sheets, the whole cast stays identical from one scene to the next. So I hit generate and see what comes out. Now I'm just going to repeat the process for the rest of the videos. I do spot a couple of issues with the facial expressions. In the first clip, my character looks blank when the camera zooms in on her face, like she can't show any emotion. In the second one, right as she's in the air, the camera catches her face for a second, and she looks completely calm, when she should be far more energetic. So now I've got all 6 scenes as actual moving clips, with the same cast staying consistent across everyone. But it's still just loose videos. I need to assemble them with the song to make an actual opening. And to do that, the song goes in first. Before a single video, I'll bring the clips and the track into CapCut. The first thing on the timeline is the song on its own track. That order is very important because every cut from here is timed to the music. Then I'll lay the 6 clips along the timeline in order and trim each one to its scene length, using the timestamps from earlier. At every cut, I add a transition whip transitions that match the J-pop energy, and I'll drop a small sound effect on each one. But the thing that makes 6 separate clips look like one piece is a single adjustment layer over the whole timeline, tinted pink. That pulls all 6 videos into the same color so they stop looking like 6 different generations and start looking like one opening. Then I'll add some rotation to match the energetic parts of the track, gently rotating through the chorus and outro where the song hits hardest. I'll stretch the last clip across the final few seconds and fade it to black as the song ends, then export at 1080p.
Burning through the dark, Luna reads the map, Nami runs a spark, never slow the pace, painting outer space, every beat a brush stroke, this is our place. Vivid code, neon gold, breaking the mold, Yumi will catch again, fly beyond the page, our story blazing, worldwide, bring us to the sky.
And overall, the movement, the colors, and the whole vibe make it look and sound like a real anime opening. So now I've got a finished anime opening, the song and the animation all in one, but none of it would land without the song, which I made from scratch in Suno. And Suno gives you 10 free songs a day, so your first opening theme costs you nothing to try. So sign up to Suno with my link in the description and build your own opening song today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.